As far as obedience goes, we're gonna take a look at her sits and downs and see if we can get that on a verbal if it's not already. Obviously, sit, she's got in the bag. She can do that really well. So we're gonna work on getting her into a down and potentially actually getting her into a down from a standing position as well, because what we might find out at this age with our puppies is that they don't actually know down the way we think that they know it. They actually consider down as the secondary behavior to offer when sit doesn't work, which is kind of a funky thing. So when we say down, we want our dogs to actually understand it's this positional thing. And sometimes what we encounter down is that it's actually this, where they go, sit's the first thing I'm going to offer when you say anything in the world. Orange. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So she doesn't actually know the word. She's just cycling through what she knows. And if she, like it could be like, how about sit? How about down? How about paw? And that's kind of how that works. So we want to make sure that she's actually pairing that verbal cue with the action, and the clicker can help us out there. So I'm going to get her reset real quick. Down. Perfect. So I'm going to fire off my clicker the second I think she's thinking of down. So she was just like, I'm going into the next one. And as soon as I saw her kind of lowering, boom, I'm going to click her there. I don't care if she goes all the way down. And the clicker is going to help bridge the gap. So she's actually going to find that answer a little bit more quickly when we start saying the DOWN word down. Perfect. Down. Nice. Down. Good. I can start to be a little bit more picky and wait for her to go down. Down. Good. I'm actually going to wait for her elbows to hit the floor now. Down. Good. So with how we're doing it here, she might find a quicker way to get into that down position isn't actually by SITing first. Down. Good. Down. Nice. That was it. I'm going to jackpot that. Now, I wish I jackpot it when it happened instead of tossing it out, but my timing wasn't great there. So she went into a down without sitting first. That would have been a really great rep to capture with like a nice handful of food. We call that jackpotting. Down. Down. Good. Perfect. I'm a little bit low on treats. We're going to pause for 1 second if you can do that. All right, I just reloaded, so we're good. So I'm going to do the same thing we just did because I just had like a 2-minute break while I got some more food. And then what I'm going to try to do potentially is release her for subpar reps with just her release word and not feed her. So I have to be careful because we want to balance. Good girl. We kind of want to balance, like, we need the motivation level high. And sometimes they can get a little bummed out if they miss an opportunity to get food. The idea is to do this in a way that makes them go, when I do it this way, I get treated more, or if I do it this way, I lose an opportunity. So we're still going to communicate that she did it right because of our marker system. We can do it this way. So our marker system allows us to tell the dog that they're still on the right track and that they're doing the right behavior and that they're done doing the behavior, but we can take food right out of the picture. And now we can make food a little bit more important and make her think, how can I actually earn that reinforcement? So I'm going to reset her real quick. And we're going to go down. Good. Whoops. Good. Okay. Perfect. She should have like a where's the beef attitude. She's like, no, look, I'm doing it. See? Down. Nice. So that's, let me do this real quick. Down. Yes, ma'am. So this is a reward event. This is fine dining versus fast food. Because she got the right answer that I want, I'm taking a moment to play with her food. And that is going to make that reward event a bigger thing in her brain. Down. Nice. And now we see that she's offering that down without sitting first, which isn't that important in the grand scheme of things, but it's really cool to see how the clicker, good girl, can kind of come into action. Okay. Pipes. Good girl. Oh my goodness, you're so smart. Down. Yes, perfect. So that looks really good. She's doing awesome. We're gonna probably work on a couple other things, maybe even work on getting into heel and start working on preparatory work for loose leash walking, which is a huge skill that we work on in the partner program. But she's doing amazing. Good job, baby. Good job.